presented by Swinford Media Group. Get ready for an electrifying Wildcat Game Day. Powered by our incredible sponsors. Watermark Auto Group. John A. Logan College. Black Diamond Harley Davidson. Moreland-Bishop McDonalds. Deaconess, Illinois Medical Center. Anderson's Furniture and Mattress. Chick-Fil-A of Marion. The Hub Recreation Center. Legence Bank. Kemper CPA Group. Banterra Bank. The Illinois Army National Guard. The Bank of Herrin. SIU Credit Union. State Farm Kenya Garner. SouthernTrust Bank. Wellness Unlimited. First Southern Bank. Clark Natural Stone LLC. Wit Wisdom. The Print Shop at Pieces of Learning. Anderson Boys Trash Service. Fellowship of Christian Athletes. Marion Plumbing LLC. Urology Institute.
We're here live at Cuss Wilson Gym in Marion, Illinois. The IHSA postseason pairings were announced today. Marion now knows their postseason fate, but before then, we've still got some work to do in the South 7 Conference to settle a champion. The Centralia Orphans are here, a team that beat Marion back in early January. They are coming in riding an 18-game winning streak. Marion, meanwhile, has their sights set on 20 wins and could get it here tonight if they can avenge their earlier season loss to the Orphans. Marion's coming off a tough loss at Mount Vernon the other night. It's the Orphans, it's the Wildcats, it's South 7 Conference basketball from the Swinford Media Group. This is the Marion Stars Wildcat Game Day. Our Moreland-Bishop McDonalds pregame show is next. Stay with us.
Hi Wildcat fans, I'm Brad Poole, president of the Watermark Auto Group. I invite you to come experience the fastest, friendliest, and fairest car buying in our little corner of the world. Our friendly sales representatives will provide you in writing with our best price, trade value, monthly payments, all within minutes of your request. No pressure, no hurdles, no tricks, and no surprises. Experience the Watermark difference for yourself at Watermark Ford Hyundai or Watermark Nissan of Marion. Fast, friendly, fair. That's Watermark.
We want to help students when they come right out of high school, but we're also here for the adults. After high school, I went to my local community college, and after my first semester, realized that I wasn't quite ready to go to college. And I went back to work in construction for roughly about 15 years. And at the same time, I took classes at community college. It's this idea that you can go back to school at any time for anything, and that's what a community college does for you. That's what John A. Logan does for you.
Black Diamond Harley Davidson presents Why I Ride.
Hi, I'm Les Ingram, and this is Why I Ride. I taught special education for 28 years. I haven't drank in 34 years. I needed something to relieve the stress, and the bike does it wonderfully. I've been riding 34 years. I currently have Through the Harley Owners Group Ride 365, I have 649,607 miles. As a matter of fact, I don't want to go anywhere unless I'm traveling on the Harley.
We're back here live at Cuss Wilson Gym. This is our Moreland-Bishop McDonalds pregame show before the Centralia Orphans and Marion Wildcats square off in the South 7 Conference Varsity Boys Basketball game tonight. Alongside Ross Swinford on the controls, I'm Riley Swinford. No Bill Swinford tonight. We are excited to be here live streaming this game, and the season is winding down. But before we call it a regular season, we've still got two marquee matchups here from the Swinford Media Group. We're here tonight with Centralia, visiting for the only time this season, at least in the regular season. More on that in a moment. Mount Vernon will be here for Jam the Gym a week from tonight, and boy, does Marion want that game. And we'll talk more about their first meeting a few nights ago as this Moreland-Bishop McDonalds pregame show continues. But let's set the stage for the Orphans and the Wildcats in their second meeting of the season. Centralia comes into play tonight 24-3, 5-1 in the South 7 Conference. As I mentioned in the open, they are riding an 18-game winning streak. This Orphans bunch under Coach Bennett has not lost since December 13th when they played Mount Vernon, and December 17th when they played Breeze Central and lost in overtime. Those were back-to-back losses, and since that point in mid-December, Centralia has not lost since. The only other loss was back on December 6th against Old South 7 Conference friends Althoff. And ever since then, the Orphans have figured something out, and they have been rolling. When these two teams played back on January 7th at Centralia, the Orphans won 49-43. Ethan Simmons led Marion with 16 points. Caden Rogowski had 14. No other Wildcat was in double figures. Kyan Cole that night was held just to 4 points. Cam Curry did not score. Reese Anthony had 3, and Race Hickey had 6 to round out the scoring. Looking ahead for the Orphans after tonight, they will host Meridian tomorrow night and then Carbondale next Friday night to wrap up the regular season, as they have their sights set on a deep postseason run. But if they are going to make a deep postseason run, that route will run through Marion, and we'll talk more about what the IHSA announced earlier today as this pregame show continues. Marion, meanwhile, tonight comes into play 19-5 overall, 4-2 in the South 7. The best record on paper the Wildcats have had under Coach Gus Gillespie. This Marion team is a different team at home than they are on the road. They are undefeated 8-0 here in Cuss Wilson Gym this season. Their losses have came on the road. They are 5-2 on the road, 6-3 in neutral site games. Marion had been riding an 8-game winning streak after losing to Centralia back in January, but they had that winning streak snapped in heartbreaking fashion Tuesday night in a double overtime loss at Mount Vernon. Ethan Simmons led the way with 25 points. Caden Rogowski had 22. Kyan Cole continued his recent strong play down the stretch with 9. Cam Curry had 6, and Ray Hickey had 3. David Barnes led Mount Vernon with 30. He was the lone Ram in double figures. That game was neck and neck all game long. Marion led 14-12 after 1 quarter of play before Mount Vernon opened up a 25-22 lead at the half, and it was tied 38-38 after 3 quarters, 52-52 after 4 quarters. Ended up being a 65-64 final in double overtime. It was a Marlon Price game-winning free throw at the end of the second overtime on a foul at the second overtime horn that decided that game. So Marion, looking into the South 7 Conference standings, comes into play tonight 4-2. They are trying to set up a potential 3-way tie, and Marion does hold the South 7 Conference fate in their hands. A win tonight would tie Marion and Centralia at 5-2. They would have a chance to hand Mount Vernon their second loss at 5-2 next Friday night. Mount Vernon, of course, would be 6-2, assuming they win tonight. So it could be a 3-way tie at 6-2, assuming Centralia beats Carbondale next week. Mount Vernon wins tonight and Marion can knock off Mount Vernon a week from tonight, would set up a three-way tie at 6-2 atop of the league, and would have to go to some tiebreakers that I am not qualified enough to figure out how that would be divided up. Marion the other night went 13 for 19 at the free throw line. Mount Vernon, as I said, won the game at the foul line, 23 of 30 on their home court, where they finished undefeated this season. Marion has two big games left on their schedule. As I said, they host the Orphans tonight, Mount Vernon next Friday night, and then they will head to the Carbondale Class 3A Regional. Let's go ahead and look at that bracket, Ross. The IHSA released the 3A pairings earlier today. The regional will start on February 24th, with 10th seeded Salem playing 6th seeded Carbondale in a regional playing game. Then Wednesday night, the 26th, Mount Vernon would play the winner of Salem and Carbondale. Marion, the 3 seed in the regional, would play 5th seeded Olney-Richland County, and that would set up a regional final showdown where they could potentially face Mount Vernon for the third time in 2 weeks, when they would face the Rams in a potential regional championship game at Carbondale. Centralia, meanwhile, after they wrap up regular season play next Friday night, will head to the Effingham 3A Regional that also features Effingham and Charleston. Centralia would face the winner of that game, and then the regional final in that regional would be the winner of Herrin-Mattoon in either Centralia or Effingham/Charleston. And then the winner of the Effingham Regional would face the winner of the Highland Regional here at the Marion Sectional. The Highland Regional features Highland, Jerseyville, East St. Louis, and Bethalto Civic Memorial. Marion, the winner of the Carbondale Regional, if they can get out of that, here on their home floor, would play the winner of the Waterloo Regional, which has Freeburg, Cahokia, Troy Triad, Mascoutah, and Waterloo. And that would set up a sectional final here at Marion on March 7th. And that would be the next time the Orphans and Marion Wildcats would potentially square off for a sectional championship and a chance to advance to the Springfield Super Sectional with a chance to go to the state tournament. So Marion certainly is capable of getting there. They know they can play with Centralia. They know they can definitely play with Mount Vernon after the other night. They would just have to take care of business with Olney-Richland County, and then the winner of the Waterloo Sectional, the Waterloo Regional, in order to get a sectional championship game here on their home floor. That would certainly be what the Wildcats would script up if they could have it their way. But first tonight, one game at a time, it's the Centralia Orphans here in town. Marion trying to snap their 18-game winning streak. It's now time to name our players to watch and our Watermark Auto Group keys to the game. First, for our players to watch, Marion is led by 2 players in double figures. And it's the 2 seniors, 2 guys that will start for the Wildcats. Number 22, Ethan Simmons. He comes into play averaging 14.8 points per game. The other player to watch, averaging 17 points per game, is another senior guard, Caden Rogowski. He went just over the 1,000-point mark last week and comes into play averaging 17 points per game. He's also Marion's best free throw shooter, 81%. Cole and Simmons lead Marion in three-point shooting at 43%. Simmons is 79% from the free throw line. Other stats for Marion, Race Hickey leads them in field goal percentage with 61%. Their leading assist man is Reese Anthony at 3.1 assists. Race Hickey grabs 6 rebounds a contest. Anthony grabs about 2 steals, and Hickey blocks about 2 shots. Now it's time for our Watermark Auto Group. Special thanks to our title sponsor, Watermark Auto Group, for sponsoring our live streams all season long, all school year long, going back to football season. If Marion is going to win here on their home court tonight, Marion first must make this a up and down game. We know under Coach Lee Bennett, Centralia likes to play slow and methodical. Marion needs to keep the up-tempo pace, get out in transition and run. Marion is much better in transition than they are slowing the game in the half court. Marion has to control the boards, and Marion has to limit second shots for the Orphans if they're going to snap this 18-game Orphans winning streak. And this is a Centralia team that has definitely had Marion's number over the years. Speaking of Caden Rogowski, one of our players to watch who we just mentioned, he is being presented with his 1,000-point ball by Marion High School Athletic Director Ryan Gudisky at half court right now. There's a look at Ryan and Rogo down at center court. Special moment for Caden Rogowski. He is looking to climb the all-time scoring ranks here at Marion with another big game here tonight. That will do it for our Moreland-Bishop McDonalds pregame show. Thank you to the Moreland-Bishop McDonalds family of restaurants for sponsoring our pregame shows all school year long. I'll be back with the starting lineups and the tip right after this. This is the Marion Stars Wildcat Game Day live from the Swinford Media Group with support from Johnny Logan College, Watermark Auto Group, and our other fine sponsors.
3 hospitals, 1 shared vision. Welcome to a new era of care as we introduce Deaconess Illinois Crossroads, dedicated to elevating healthcare for Southern Illinois. From Heartland Regional to now Deaconess Illinois Medical Center, driven to provide you with the highest quality care every single day. And Union County Hospital is now proudly Deaconess Illinois Union County. All combine innovation with compassion, where your health is our #1 priority. Join us as we redefine healthcare together.
Go Wildcats.
It's the Mattress Mania sale going on now at Anderson's family of stores. For 1 week only, all bedding is on sale. Plus, get same-day delivery on most mattresses, a 90-day sleep guarantee, and up to 5 years interest-free financing. So you can rest assured you have the perfect mattress no matter what. From the Mattress Mania sale, going on now at Anderson's family of stores.
Anderson's Furniture and Mattress, home of the savings giant.
It's a place to work hard, to learn, and to grow. It's a place to relieve stress and unwind. It's a place to have fun and enjoy time together. It's a place to be in your own space, to work out alongside friends, or to be part of a bigger community.
The Hub is the place where you belong.
Visit thehubmarion.com for more info.
At Legence Bank, we make it easy to achieve your financial goals. Working with small businesses, farmers, and individuals, we strive to be your partner in convenient, local, and personalized banking solutions. From investing in your priorities to helping our community grow, we're committed to making a difference at Legence Bank.
I always know I can count on the people at Legence to answer my questions and connect me to the services I need.
We have you covered with a range of fraud prevention tools to keep your accounts safe and secure. With real-time debit card alerts, advanced encryption, and card controls, you can stay one step ahead of fraud with these security features.
Legence Bank supports you on and off the field. Go Wildcats!
My part-time service in the Army National Guard gives me a lot of opportunities. I have the ability to serve close to home, wherever that may be in the volunteer state. It also provides tuition benefits, making it possible to get the education I've always wanted. And since my service is part-time, I can pursue my dream job in the career field I choose. With part-time service in the Army National Guard, I really can have it all.
Visit NationalGuard.com to find out more.
Do you feel like your business is sinking in accounting and payroll work? Are business taxes and confusing technology dragging you down? Call the experts at Kemper CPA Group. We'll answer your questions and give you the tools to keep your business afloat.
We're back here live at Cuss Wilson Gym, getting ready for the showdown in the South 7 tonight. It's the 24-3 Centralia Orphans against the 19-5 Marion Wildcats. Alongside Ross Swinford on the controls, I'm Riley Swinford. I'll have the call for you tonight. Bill Swinford is not here. The Orphan starters are being introduced. They will go with number 12, Devin Meyer, a 6'1 junior. Number 21, Jackson Hancock, a 6-foot sophomore. number 24, Archie Gowoy, a 6'2 freshman, number 30, Kenny Bratton, a 6'2 freshman, and number 44, Dustin Collins, a 6'5 senior. So a junior, a sophomore, 2 freshmen, and a senior for Coach Lee Bennett's Orphans, who come into play tonight, as I mentioned in the opener, riding an 18-game winning streak. Marion is going with a different lineup tonight with a little bit of a smaller look, as big Race Hickey will not start for the Wildcats. They will go with Kyan Cole, Reese Anthony, Cam Curry, Ethan Simmons, and Caden Rogowski. So a little bit of a mix-up in the lineup, a little bit more athleticism, and a little bit smaller, as the Orphans are a little smaller. They'll bring the big 6'11 Hickey off the bench tonight. So it's 4 seniors and a sophomore for the Wildcats. They'll bring the senior Hickey off the bench. It looks like another senior who's been playing off the bench. Jared Stacy is not in uniform tonight. He is not dressed. So we'll see how much depth Marion has. Hickey might be one of the only subs. We've seen Blake Blue off the bench at times this year. We've seen Callahan Roper and Junius Thomas as well in significant minutes. But this might be a game that Marion tightens up and only plays maybe 6 deep with Hickey. But we'll see what adjustments Marion's made with the smaller, quicker lineup to combat the athleticism and quickness of the Orphans. And we'll see how that decision pays off for Coach Gus Gillespie. He's, of course, assisted by Scott McKinney, Mike Kraus, Trevor Hill, and RJ Manfredo. The Orphans are coached by longtime coach Lee Bennett, one of the winningest coaches in the IHSA history. Coach Bennett is assisted by Brad Goway, Cole Schrage, London Wathy, Josh Nunnery, and Logan Meyer. Fun fact that definitely gets overlooked from time to time. Coach Gillespie actually spent a season at Centralia earlier in his career. He's a former head coach of the Orphans, but he's now in his 8th season at Marion. He was at Marshall County and Robinson before coming here to Marion, but he's definitely a Wildcat now in his 8th season coaching the Wildcats, looking to get a huge win and shake up the South 7 leaderboard here tonight. The Orphans trying to get win number 25, Marion trying to get win number 20. It's one of the best matchups in Class 3A tonight across the state, and we're glad to have it for you here from the Swinford Media Group, whether you're watching on the Marion Star Facebook or our Swinford Media Group YouTube channel. Tip went out of bounds. They say it's off Marion, and it will be controlled by the Orphans here on Valentine's Day, wearing appropriate red uniforms with white trim, Centralia across the chest, and block lettering, white numbers in the red and white Jordan brand uniforms. Marion on the other side wears white home uniforms, cursive Marion across the chest, as Marion triple teams Collins in the post. He finally got rid of it. They work it around, and open 3 goes Archie Guai. I'll get that pronunciation down as the night goes along with the big 3. He's just a freshman. He was the quarterback when the Orphans came into Wildcat Stadium for football this past fall, and now Marion turns it over the other way. Not the start the Wildcats would have scripted up, but as I was saying, the Wildcats wear their home whites, cursive Marion across the chest, blue numbers, gold trim on their home white uniforms. They sit on the right bench here at home. Centralia on the road bench to the left. They work left to right, as it's Guai bringing it across the half line. He's guarded by Simmons, a freshman on a senior there. Centralia starts 2 freshmen. Marion with 4 seniors and a sophomore as they bring Hickey off the bench tonight. Here's the sophomore, it's Hancock. Kicks it to the corner, it's Bratton. He drives baseline, and they call a foul. Contact on the baseline, and they call the foul on Curry. That's his first. Curry has been off the bench most of this season, nursing a shoulder injury. He's got a slow start to his season and never cracked the lineup until here tonight. And we'll see if this is just a one-game adjustment for Centralia, if this is how Marion will go down the stretch the rest of the way. They've got Mount Vernon coming in, and then they'll head to the regional, as we mentioned in our opener. Marion wanted a jump ball, and they call a hold on Kyan Cole. Marion thought he had all ball. The official thought he had a lot of arm. So 2 quick fouls on Marion in the first minute 13 of this game, and Centralia now will inbound. It's Collins over to Bratton. Now they work it to Guai. Guarded by Cole, who just picked up the foul. He can't pick up another one. Backdoor play. They had Hancock, but they can't get it to him. Curry the other way. Wants to go into in, but he gave up a layup and threw it out of bounds. Rogowski couldn't hold it, and that's now 2 turnovers on Marion. They stop it to try to sort out an issue on the scoreboard. I think the scoreboard had 2 fouls on Curry instead of 1 on Cole. So Gillespie just asked them to clarify. They got it sorted out. Now here comes Centralia the other way. It's Guai giving it up to Hancock. Now they swing it to Meyer, guard by Rogowski. Works around him, kicks out to Collins. He's the senior. And the ball goes out of bounds. Off Centralia to Marion. Wildcat basketball. First turnover for the Orphans. Marion already with 2. Marion's yet to get a shot off. Curry runs the point. Stands on the Marion end. Now he swings it to Rogowski, who got his 1,000-point ball before the game. Wants to add to his totals, but the shot doesn't go. Rebound Hancock. Over to Guai. Gets across the half line, finds Meyer open in the corner from here to Centralia, and he hits. Pair of threes for Centralia. They're out to a quick 6-0 lead. Cole to Rogowski, guarded by Meyer, who just hit the big 3 on the other end. They give to Curry. He wants to drive, dumps it off to Anthony, who drives baseline, swings to Simmons. Extra pass. Rogowski answers back with a 3. Well over 1,000 points now for Caden Rogowski. That 3 makes it a 6-3 game. 5:20 to go in the opening quarter. Jackson Hancock works against Anthony, the son of the Kaskaskia College head coach. Ball picked up by Collins. He wants to dunk it. Instead, he lays it in. Dustin Collins is their super senior, one of the best players in the state. Cole drives past Meyer. Wide open layup for Kyan Cole, and he's been playing well down the stretch. He had 9 the other night at Mount Vernon. Cole's bucket makes it 8-5. Marion sends a trap. Goes to Bratton. Knocked out of bounds by Curry. Marion's going to try to get after him and press, and that's probably why they put Hickey on the bench tonight. .439 to go in this opening quarter. Bratton slips behind the Marion defense and gets a layup. Nice out-of-bounds play for Centralia. The freshman Bratton, 2 freshmen start for this Orphans team, which on paper, heading into the season, I'm not sure anyone thought they would be 24-3. Very inexperienced bunch that lost a lot to graduation, but Coach Bennett has done a great job and has shown why he's one of the best coaches in the state with the job he has done this season coaching this inexperienced bunch. Rogowski up over 2 defenders and scores, and Rogo has 5, and that's a good sign for Marion. It's now 10-7. Orphans under 4 minutes to go in the opening quarter. Marion sends the trap. Hancock gets rid of it. It's Guai to Meyer. Another open 3. Doesn't go. Rebound Curry. Marion wants to run. Curry drives in front of the Orphans bench. Now he gets baseline. Up against Hancock. No good. Rebound comes to Meyer. Gillespie thought he was fouled. Instead, it's a turnover at the half-court line. Rogowski takes it, goes up and scores. 7 for Rogo. 2 turnovers for Centralia. 10-9. Guoy gets rid of it. Marion one to walk. Now it's Bratton, top of the key. Sets the offense. Gets a screen from Collins, rejects it, drives up over Rogowski and scores. Bratton has 4, 12-9 in a back and forth first quarter. Centralia has led the whole quarter, but it's been neck and neck. Curry on the Marion M to Rogowski. He's feeling it. Shot doesn't go, it's short. Rebound to Guai. Ahead to Meyer, now Collins. Guarded by Simmons, they send a double team, gets rid of it. Guai drives the lane and turns it over. Cole the other way, up over Bratton, he's bumped and he'll go to the line. Here's an instant replay brought to you by Saline Williamson County FCA sponsor Austin Dixon. And it's a look at the 3 moments ago by Caden Rogowski. Cole at the line, shooting 2, 2:32 to go in this first quarter. Free throw, Cole's good. Cayenne has 3 in this opening quarter. Hickey's in, Curry will sit. So a good opening run there for Cam. Joining the starting lineup tonight, as we mentioned. Second free throw from Cayenne Cole. Makes 1 of 2. Marion can't afford to miss free throws at the line tonight if they're going to knock off Centralia, who comes into play, as I mentioned, riding an 18-game winning streak. That also can't happen as Meyer gets in for an uncontested layup. Marion's bench did not like the Wildcats' defense that last possession. The freshman Bratton has contained Simmons this quarter. Simmons yet to score. Now it's Cole in front of Centralia's bench. Skips it to Simmons. Lost the handle on it. Tipped out in transition. Ball tipped around. It will stay Marion basketball. Centralia will send a sub. It's number 4, Cruz Jackson, another freshman. He replaces fellow freshman Bratton. So lots of youth in this Centralia team, as good as they are. 24-3 is not going anywhere anytime soon. Rogowski wants it in the post. They don't give it to him. They work it around. Simmons. Open 3 goes. Simmons hits his first shot attempt. Comes at the 1:40 mark of the first quarter, and we've got a 1-point game, 14-13. Marion with the trap. Centralia beats it. Hancock to Meyer, who threw it away. Rogowski in transition. Cole, and he's fouled again. 4 turnovers for the Orphans. Uncharacteristic carelessness with the ball for the Centralia bunch. And credit Marion's trapping defense for speeding these Orphans up. Foul goes against Devin Meyer. Cole, who split a pair moments ago, back at the line. He's got 3 points in this opening quarter. Cam Curry will check in. Another missed free throw, Cayenne Cole. Curry in for Anthony, and here's another instant replay. Courtesy of FCA sponsor Austin Dixon. It's Ethan Simmons' 3, which made it 14-13, and Cayenne Cole with a chance to tie it at the line. Takes a breath, up and in, and he's at 50% for the night. And we're all tied at 14. Minute 15 to go in this opening quarter. So far, this game has lived up to the hype. Collins on the right wing, guarded by Hickey. Drives baseline. Might have got away with the push-off, but he scores. 4 for Collins, and the lead's back to Centralia, 16-14 on our Watermark scoreboard. Curry holds under a minute. Marion looks like they're going to hold for the last shot. Simmons skips out to Curry on the volleyball line. Now with it on the right wing, swings it to Cole. Thought about the three, guarded by Jackson. Now it's Simmons. Gets a step, skips to Curry, drives baseline to Hickey. Over to Cole. 18-foot jumper, good, and a nice possession for the Wildcats. Leads to an open jumper for Cole. And he had that shot no problem, but he has his trouble with the free throws in this opening quarter. We're all tied at 16. Hancock, guarded by Rogowski. Ball comes loose and a foul, and Marion's bench doesn't like it. One official signaled 10 seconds, the other official called a foul. And instead they say there was a foul, and that's now 2 on Kyan Cole. And Gus Gillespie can't believe it. 13.2 on the clock. They send Meyer back in for Jackson. That will put Anthony in for Cole, who has to sit before he picks up his third, and we'll see how much we see of him before the end of this first half now that he has 2 fouls, and Gillespie's still working on the official on the far side. Hancock will inbound, 13.2 on the clock. They inbound to Guai. Gets a step on Simmons, lost it out of bounds. Last touch by Marion, 8.6 now on the clock. Marion with Anthony, Simmons, Rogowski, Hickey, and Curry for the final 8.6. Curry tips the inbound, comes to Collins, who drives baseline, draws 3 defenders. Hancock with a 3 as time expires. Rebound Marion, that shot won't matter. And we're all tied at 16 after 1. In this battle of 2 teams atop the South 7. We're all tied up after 1 quarter of play. It's the Orphans riding an 18-game winning streak here into Wilson Gym tonight. Trying to get win 25. Marion trying to get win number 20. It's a good one so far. Don't go anywhere. This is the Swinford Media Group's Wildcat Game Day.
Want to know one of the best ways to show your Saluki pride? I'm Luke Martin, voice of the SIU Salukis and proud owner of a Banterra Saluki Visa debit card. Being able to use a Saluki branded debit card with no fees at more than 55,000 ATMs and special Saluki offers is a perk. Knowing that my transactions go towards supporting SIU is a win. Plus, Banterra is the bank that you want as a partner. Stop by a Banterra branch for details. Banterra is a proud supporter of regional athletics. Member FDIC.
Contact Kenya Garner for an auto quote today.
It'll be Marion ball to start the second quarter as they will inbound. Going right to left, it's Anthony Curry, Blake Blue in for the first time, Ethan Simmons and Caden Rogowski for Coach Gillespie. Centralia back to their starters for Coach Bennett. A game with South 7 Conference implications on the line, and it's all tied up after 1. Alongside Ross Swinford, I'm Riley Swinford. Thank you so much for joining us tonight on this Valentine's Day for the South 7 showdown. And Cam Curry drives and gives Marion the lead for the first time. It's the first 2 for Curry. And that gives Marion an 18-16 lead to start the second quarter. It's the freshman Guai, stripped by Rogowski. He can't finish, gets his own rebound, goes up and scores. 4-point Marion lead. And that was a senior taking it from a freshman. Simmons now guards the ball. Bratton to Guai. Over to Hancock. To Meyer. Now Collins will try the 3 over Blue, who just checked in. Rebound Rogowski. Marion string and stops. Loose ball scramble. Rogowski gets on the floor and saves it. Anthony wants to run the other way. Wisely pulls it out, didn't have numbers. Now Marion sets the offense. 6:33 to go before the half. Centralia matched up man-to-man. It's Bratton guarding Curry. This is a matchup we'll see for years in the South 7. Freshman Bratton, sophomore Curry, two of the better young players in the South. Rogowski to Anthony. Now Curry wants to try to post. They can't give it to him. Now it's Blue. Marion works it around to Curry. Drives again. Up over Hancock and gets it to fall. 4 for Curry in the second quarter, and Marion's lead is 6, 22-16. 6 unanswered points to start the second quarter for the Wildcats. They've turned Centralia over already 5 times. Blue gets the tough assignment on Collins, and Collins gets inside and scores. Collins has 6 and stops the run. It's 22-18. Anthony gives to Blue. Now they give it to Curry, and they set the offense. He's out between the circles on the big Marion M at half court. 5:30 to go in the first half. Curry to Simmons. He's hit a 3, but now he drives. Floater doesn't go. Rebound comes to Centralia. It's Guwai the other way to Meyer. Spinning. Lost it out of bounds, and another Centralia turnover. They've turned it over 6 times to Marion's 2. Coach Bennett doesn't like how careless his team's being with the basketball. And they send a sub. They're going to put Jackson back in, but he doesn't get to the table in time. Marion already had the ball inbounded. It was nearly a tech as he about walked on the floor. Curry gives to Anthony. Guarded by Hancock, and an illegal screen. They're going to get Ethan Simmons on a push-off. Here's a look at the sequence by Caden Rogowski after he got the steal, got his own rebound, and scored. Another FCA replay courtesy of our sideline reporter tonight, Aaron Price. Marion holding a 4-point lead under 5 minutes to go here in the second quarter. It's Collins. They try to run the backdoor play. They get Guoy loose at the rim, and Gillespie's lost it. Now as they get another Marion foul, and they need to get Gus under control as he's in jeopardy of getting a tech. And that's now 2 on Cole, 2 on Simmons, and the Marion fans booing as Guwai lines up for a pair here. He's the quarterback, the football coach's son, and a standout basketball player as well. He had a big 3 to open the game. Now that's his first make since. He's 1 for 1 at the line. That was actually, even though Gillespie doesn't agree with the foul calls, the first free throw attempt by the Orphans here tonight. Guwai hits them both and makes it a 2-point game. So after Marion got up 22-16, Centralia comes back to cut it to 22-20. We don't expect this to be a blowout either direction tonight. Now Curry drives, and if they didn't call that one, Gus might have found his way to the locker room. But they do get the whistle, and Curry will be at the line for a pair with 4:36 to go here in the second quarter. And Cam Curry has came on strong. He inserted himself in the starting lineup tonight. And it took until the second quarter to get into a rhythm here as Callahan Roper will check in after this first attempt from Curry, and it's no good. And Marion, as well as they've played tonight, one criticism would be their free throws, as they are now 2 for 5 at the line, 40%. Their best free throw shooters statistically coming into play tonight are Rogowski at 81%, Simmons at 79%. They are both yet to attempt a free throw. It has been Cole 2 for 4, and now Curry 0 for 2, and 2 missed opportunities there to make it a 2-possession game for Curry at the line. It stays 22-20. The other way, Guwai gets to the rim, and that's a tough take for the freshman, and we're all tied up at 22. 4:15 to go before our Johnny Logan College halftime show. Marion has Simmons and Cole on the bench with 2 fouls, so a different lineup with Blue, Roper, Rogowski, Curry, and Anthony. Curry nearly lost it. Last tipped out of bounds by Meyer. The Centralia team has just one senior, Collins. They'll miss him greatly a year from now. But if they can replace him, this Centralia team will be around for a while. Lots of freshmen and sophomores getting huge minutes for Coach Bennett. Curry to blue, he's in the corner. He just played the JV game. Marion won the junior varsity contest earlier tonight. Both teams will have freshman teams at the South 7 Conference Freshman Tournament at Carbondale tomorrow. Blue missed the layup. Centralia with a chance to take the lead the other way. It's been a quarter of runs. Marion started on a 6-0 run. Centralia with 6 straight ever since. Stolen and then tipped out of bounds. So now 7 Centralia turnovers. After Anthony picked his pocket, Collins nearly picked it right back. But instead it went out of bounds, and it's Marion ball. Centralia yet to retake the lead after Marion came out strong to start the second quarter. Curry's been a big reason why here in the second quarter. Rogowski has gone cold, trying to get it going again. He drives up over 2 defenders, rims in and out. Rebound comes to Meyer, ahead to Guai. Stolen. Roper tipped it to Curry. A run out the other way. Curry left it short. Second effort, good by Rogowski. Rogowski working the offensive boards well tonight. He's now got 11. The only Marion player in double figures. 24-22 now the lead. 2.5 minutes to go before the half. It's a good one here at Cutts Wilson Gym. Freshman Bratton, open three, doesn't go. Rebound, Anthony, the smallest guy on the court, comes down with it. He wants to run. Looks at the clock, now pulls it out. Curry will set the offense. When Curry's in, they like him at the point guard position. Rogowski, he's feeling it. Left wing three, no good. Ball kept alive by Blue. Last touch, Marion. Marion crowd thought it was off Centralia, but instead it's Orphans basketball with 2:04 to go before the half. Marion's done a good job taking care of the ball after a little bit of a rough start. They've only turned it over twice this half. Centralia, meanwhile, has turned it over 8 times here on the road. Collins cut off. Gets Guai in the corner. Drives. Wraparound pass, Bratton. Good ball movement. Comes back to Collins. They try to go inside. Tipped out of bounds by Roper, and he's all fired up. Couple quarterbacks matching up here tonight. Roper, Marion's quarterback. Guai, the freshman quarterback for Centralia. They're guarding each other right now. Roper told me in an interview this fall after football season ended that it bothered him that the freshman came onto Marion's field this season and won at Wildcat Stadium. He wants to get that rematch next year when he's a senior and Guai is a sophomore, and it will be at Centralia. Foul against Curry. So Marion now has 3 players with 2 fouls, and that's something to note as I mentioned, one of Marion's subs, Jared Stacy's not in uniform tonight. Hancock misses the free throw shooting into the Maniacs. So Marion has only gone 8 deep so far with Hickey, Cole, and Simmons on the bench, along with the 5 guys in the game right now. We're yet to see Junius Thomas, but foul trouble might push Marion's depth tonight. Hancock splits a pair. We're back to a 1-point game. Marion took the lead at 18-16 and hasn't given it up since. We were tied at 22 moments ago, but we sit at 24-23 as this first half winds down. These two teams played within 6 back in Centralia earlier this season. 49-43 the final in C-Town. Now Cole drives, Curry drives. He might have had a layup, but he got rid of it, trying to make the extra pass. I don't think he realized how open he was. If he would have just gone up, he might have had a layup or gotten fouled. But no harm nonetheless, as it will be Marion ball to inbound. Roper under the Wildcats basket to trigger it into Curry. Minute to go before the half. Marion trying to preserve this lead, heading into the locker room. Roper stands out on the logo. He's not a threat to score as much as he's in to guard and take care of the basketball. Blue drives baseline. He's given Marion some big minutes off the bench. To Curry, cut off, finds Rogowski, open three, and the corner goes. 14 for Rogowski in the half. Marion up 4. Now they got to get a stop, under 30 seconds. Neither team in the bonus. So Marion can be aggressive as long as Curry doesn't pick up his third foul. Guoy gets past Rogowski. Reverse layup doesn't go. Rebound Rogo. 10 seconds to go. This is who you want to have the ball. Rogowski driving and he's fouled. Centralia had fouls to give, so not a bad decision there to make Marion take the ball out of bounds. They'll put Simmons in for offense as long as he doesn't pick up an offensive foul with 5.9 seconds to go. The ball will be under the basket. Anthony will inbound it. Centralia sends Meyer back in the game for Jackson, so both teams with their starters in now, except Blue is in for Kyan Cole. Rogowski off the out-of-bounds play. Can't get it to go. Collins at the horn. Yes! Collins beats the buzzer, and it's a 27-26 halftime score. And Centralia off the Dustin Collins half-court heave will take the momentum into the locker room. And I believe it will be Centralia ball to start the second half as well. So what a half it's been. On paper, we knew this would be one of the better matchups in Class 3A tonight, and it is shaped up as we expected. Marion nursing a 27-26 halftime lead. We'll take a quick break. I'll have our Johnny Logan College halftime show. I'll bring you some stats by Kemper CPA Group, and we'll recap the first half when we return. We've got a good one on our hands tonight at Cuss Wilson Gym. Don't go anywhere.
Hi, I'm Dr. Marty Blue. I'm a chiropractor in Marion, Illinois now, and I do dry needling and Graston technique, a lot of sports med. I just want people to be able to feel comfortable, call me, make an appointment, just love to talk to people, whatever they need. A lot of times people just say, hey, is this a chiropractic thing? And you know, most of the time it is, and if not, I'll show you where you need to go next. You know, I make it very personalized. There's no canned chiropractic. It just, if you, whatever you need, we'll talk about it. So just give me a call.
Since 1999, Clark Natural Stone is a family-owned business that strives to not only offer you the best selection of rock and mulch in the country, but also provide you with the best service. Clark Natural Stone Slinger Truck is a great option when you need rock, sand, or gravel placed in an area not easily accessible to a conventional dump bed. To schedule your delivery or to ask any questions, call 618-997-3889 or visit our website, clarknaturalstone.com.
Welcome to Wit Wisdom, located at 202 North Market in downtown Marion, Illinois. We're open Tuesday through Saturday, 10 to 5. Stop in and check out our spirit wear, custom tees, embroidery services, and more, all in a historical boutique setting. Check us out anytime online at www.witandwisdomstore.com.
Hi, I'm Tyler Young with the Print Shop here in Marion. We're on the square. We just got done doing some perforated vinyl here at Swinford Publications. So this is the vinyl that you can see out, but people can't see in, and it gives a nice little look and feel to a number of different kinds of businesses. So come see us at the Print Shop. We're at 1112 North Carbon, next to AutoZone behind Hardee's.
Hey, this is Michael Anderson, owner of Anderson Boys Trash Service. We are locally owned and operated. We are reliable and affordable. Weekly trash service. I look forward to hearing from you soon. I appreciate you, and my family appreciate the business. 618-925-1215, or you can check us out on Facebook at Anderson Boys Trash Service.
You back, the coaches at Crown Brew getting coffee.
You've been told you need to be seen by a urologist as soon as possible, but the next appointment is 3 or 4 months away. You don't have to deal with the stress of waiting for your appointment or wait for a referral. You just need to call the Urology Institute in Marion, where no referral is needed. Dr. Hatchett prides himself on providing the best care for his patients, as well as state-of-the-art treatment options. At the Urology Institute, your health is important to their team. Pick up the phone and call the Urology Institute today.
It's halftime here at Cuss Wilson Gym. And right before the half, Dustin Collins hit that half-court heave to make it a 27-26 halftime score. The Wildcats, who are coming out of the locker room, felt pretty good about themselves the way they played in that first half, but Centralia took the momentum into the locker room when Dustin Collins threw it in with under 3 seconds to go. He got the rebound, took a couple dribbles, and heaved it from half court. And that made it a 1-point game, 27-26. It was all tied at 16 after 1. Marion outscored Centralia narrowly 11-10 in the second quarter, and that's where we sit now, 27-26. Let's go inside the numbers, brought to you by Kemper CPA Group LLP, our official stats and numbers sponsor all school year long here on the Swinford Media Group's Wildcat Gameday live stream broadcast. And one player tonight in double figures, and he was one of our players to watch in the pregame. That's Mr. 1,000-point club, Caden Rogowski, who picked up right where he left off last weekend here on this court, as he had 7 points in both quarters for a game-high 14 at the half. As I said, he's the only player in this game in double figures. Marion got 6 from Kyan Cole and 4 from Cam Curry. Ethan Simmons was limited to just a 3, and that accounts for all of Marion's 27 points. Centralia is led by Dustin Collins, who hit that half-court heave to get up to 9 points. Archie Goway, the freshman, had 7 and had led them until that heave by Collins. Meyer had 5 all in the first quarter before he went quiet in the second. Bratton had 4 in the first quarter, and Hancock hit a free throw for 1 to round out the scoring. So pretty well even, low-scoring game through 2 quarters, and it's pretty well shaping up to be exactly what we saw back on January 7th at Centralia. Final score of 49-43, so we're right on that same pace here tonight. You're getting a look at some of the other angles brought to you by Aaron Price, our sideline reporter tonight, with the help of our instant replay sponsor, Austin Dixon. He's the Williamson-Saline County FCA director. As our John A. Logan College, why would you go anywhere else? Halftime show continues. Let's talk about the future of Marion basketball, as the junior high boys basketball team, many of whom are in attendance tonight is getting ready for another trip to the SIJHSA AA state tournament, Class L state tournament at Rend Lake tomorrow morning, where they will play Whiteside at 9:30 a.m. That is the first game in the quarterfinal round for Class L. The winner of Marion and Whiteside will play Waterloo or Centralia coming up on Tuesday night. Murfreesboro, Flora, Carbondale, Casey round out the bracket. The semifinals will be Tuesday. Championship will be Thursday. The losers will play for third and fourth Thursday night as well. So with Centralia's junior high program and Marion's junior high program both at the junior high state tournament this weekend, you can expect this South 7 Conference rivalry to be here to stay. Centralia came into this game riding an 18-game winning streak. They find themselves down 1 at the half. Marion trying to stay in the hunt to at least force a tie atop the South 7 Conference standings. We'll have the second half for you when we return. This has been our Johnny Logan College halftime show here on the Swinford Media Group's Wildcat Game Day.
Hi Wildcat fans, I'm Brad Poole, president of the Watermark Auto Group. I invite you to come experience the fastest, friendliest, and fairest car buying in our little corner of the world. Our friendly sales representatives will provide you in writing with our best price, trade value, monthly payments, all within minutes of your request. No pressure, no hurdles, no tricks, and no surprises. Experience the Watermark difference for yourself at Watermark Ford Hyundai or Watermark Nissan of Marion. Fast, friendly, fair. That's Watermark.
We want to help students when they come right out of high school, but we're also here for the adults. After high school, I went to my local community college, and after my first semester, realized that I wasn't quite ready to go to college. And I went back to work in construction for roughly about 15 years. And at the same time, I took classes at community college. It's this idea that you can go back to school at any time for anything, and that's what a community college does for you. That's what Johnny Logan does for you.
It'll be Centralia ball to start the second half as we play here at Wilson Gym. Marion holds a 27-26 halftime lead, trying to build to that lead as they start the second half with the same starters they started with. Kyan Cole, Reese Anthony, Caden Rogowski, Cam Curry, and Ethan Simmons. Centralia with Guwai, Bratton, Collins, Meyer, and Hancock. Guwai open three, doesn't hit anything, and rebound comes to Simmons. That's not the shot Coach Bennett wanted out of the half, I'm sure. Rogowski gives to Curry. Marion slows the pace. Anthony to Simmons, who was quiet in the first half. They try to get him going with a set play, and it goes for three. Pair of threes for Simmons. He's got 6. Marion's lead is 4. Marion goes back to the trap, and they force a jump ball. Marion basketball on the alternating possession. Little momentum for the Wildcats after Collins stole it momentarily at the halftime break with his heave. Let's see if Marion can build on it. 6 was their biggest lead in the second quarter. Simmons inside, Rogowski turns and scores. They match their biggest lead. Rogowski now up to 16. Wildcats trying to turn up the defense. Anthony guarded Hancock. Now Simmons guards Collins. They reverse it around. Stolen by Cole. Scramble forward on the floor. This jump ball will go to Centralia. Good awareness there by Kyan Cole, who was in the Marion secondary for football, to read the eyes of the passer and jump that pass and nearly get a steal before it landed on the floor. And white and red jerseys were all over it, forcing a jump ball. Possession arrows Centralia with 6:41 to go. We've got a lot of action already here in the third. Another Marion steal. Cole tipped it to Anthony, who gets a run out. Up over Brett and one. First basket of the game for Reese Anthony. Coach Bennett didn't like the call, but instead Anthony's at the line for a chance for one more. There's the big Simmons three to start the half. And Marion's came out of the half on a mission. 7 unanswered, a chance to make it 8 unanswered as Reese Anthony steps to the line. His first free throw attempt of the game goes. Marion's lead is 9. Ahead to Bratton to try to stop the run, and it goes. The freshman Bratton stops Marion's surge to start the second half. Bratton's now got 6. Curry in a hurry with it the other way. Might have forced it. Shot blocked, controlled by Bratton, and they give to Meyer. He walks across, gets a screen from Collins, and they call the illegal screen. Collins drops his hip, and they get him on the illegal screen. Another Centralia turnover. That's now 10 for the Orphans. It's now 2 fouls on Collins. Marion with the ball up 7. 6 minutes to go here in the third. Lots of action in those first 2 minutes coming out of the half. Anthony to Curry in the corner. Left-hand dribble to Rogowski between the circles. He pulls it out. Assistant coach Scott McKinney gives the play call. Cole cut off, gives to Curry. They try to get Rogowski open off the screen. He's not open. Comes to Anthony, back to Curry. Rogowski wants it on the right wing. Works against Meyer. Gets in the lane. Tough move. Good footwork there for Rogowski. He's got 4 in the quarter, 18 for the game. Collins draws the foul on the other end. They call it on the floor. Centralia thought he was shooting, but for Marion, that will now be 3 on Ethan Simmons. Foul is on the floor, so they will have to take the ball out under their own basket, trailing by 9. Good Centralia contingent on the far side, wearing their red for Valentine's Day, but also in support of their orphans. Small student section under the basket here. Not as many students as Herrin brought here. Collins splits the defense and goes up for 2. Collins is trying to keep Centralia in the game. He's now got 11. 7-point game. Cole thought about the 3, shot fake. Gets in the lane, lost it. Ball hit the rim. Rebound Collins. Ahead the other way, in a hurry, spinning. Up over Simmons, who can't get his 4th foul. Rebound tipped around, comes to Anthony. Coach Bennett wanted the whistle. Marion threw it away. Just the 3rd turnover tonight for Marion. Coach Bennett still complaining about that last no call. He just told the official it wasn't even close. But Marion couldn't capitalize on the run out. They threw it away. Now Centralia comes back the other way, trailing by 7. Comes to Meyer in the corner, back to Guai. Now Hancock. Collins. Driving, and he draws the foul on Rogowski, and that might have been a makeup call. First on Rogo, so no trouble there. Roper now back in for Marion. We saw him for an extended run in the first half. He gives Simmons a blow, who has 3 fouls. Collins to Cole. They want Roper to guard Collins. Bratton, top of the key, spins, gets past Anthony. Wild shot, no good. Tipped Collins. Second effort, and the foul goes. Dustin Collins finishing through contact, though. And that foul goes against Curry, his 3rd. Collins has came alive ever since the big half-court heave at the horn. He has built off it. He is up to 13. And Roper had the assignment for 1 possession. He's going to sit and Blues back in the game. We're yet to see Race Hickey this half. Collins gets it to go. 5 in the quarter for Collins. And a 5-point game, 37-32. The officials talking over with the Marion coaching staff. Trying to clarify something. I can't tell what they were talking about. Now they talk to the table. As we have a 37-32 game. Still not sure what the issue was there, but they got it all sorted out. Now Rogowski will inbound, length of the floor to go. Inbounds to Curry with 4:07 to go here in the third. Cole with it on the right wing. He's been quiet since the opening quarter. He had 6 in the opening quarter, hasn't scored since. They skip it to Curry. Now to Cole, right on cue. He tries a 3 and it goes. Right as I talked about Kyan Cole not doing much since the opening quarter, he drills a big 3. Marion goes back to the press. Centralia beats it. Collins thought about the 3, drives baseline. To Hancock, extra pass Guai. Another pass Jackson, nearly threw it away. 40-33, I believe they took a point away when they were sorting out that issue moments ago. Centralia player just hit his head hard on the floor. Marion gets a run out the other way. And it looks like Archie Gowai is down on the floor receiving medical attention, and we'll have a Dr. Marty Blue injury timeout. Marion recognized they had numbers with the Centralia player down, and as Coach Bennett attends to his injured orphan, he has given the official an earful as they help Archie Gowai up off the floor. He's a tough-nosed coach's son, plays quarterback for the football team, but nonetheless, he hit his head hard on the wood floor. But on the other end, right before they blew it dead, Cam Curry got behind the defense for his 6th point of the game, and the lead matches its biggest point at 9 for Marion. So Gowai will continue to talk to the trainer as they help him off the court. And he has now left the gym out to the lobby to continue receiving medical attention. So Centralia will be without their freshman standout for the foreseeable future. So Meyer, Jackson, Hancock, Collins, and Bratton will be the 5 for Coach Bennett as they find themselves down 9 here on the road with an 18-game winning streak on the line. They'll play Meridian tomorrow. Their coaching staff's in attendance, getting a look before the Orphans go home for their last 2 games. They'll have Carbondale in the regular season finale next Friday night. Marion will play Mount Vernon next Friday night. Marion continuing to up the pressure. Centralia doesn't like it. They're uncomfortable. Bratton's bumped. And after the no call and Guai hit the floor, expect these officials to really tighten it up now. Foul went against Curry. That's his 4th, and he will have to take a seat after this free throw attempt for Bratton, as that is the 5th team foul on Marion, putting Centralia into the bonus per the new rules that the IHSA went to last season, where you shoot after 5 each quarter and it resets. Bratton makes his first free throw attempt in the ball game. A thing to note as we go down the stretch, Centralia is now 5 for 6 at the foul line. Marion 3 for 7. Bratton makes them both. He's now got 8 in the game, and it's 42-35. Marion with a little bit of a different lineup. We've got Cole, Rogowski, Anthony, Blue, and Roper for Coach Gillespie's Wildcats. Cole had a big three moments ago, gives to Blue in the corner. He pulls it out to Cole. Now Rogowski, who's had the hot hand for Marion. Now it's Anthony. Marion's going to slow the pace up 7. 42-35, 2:20 to go here in the third. Anthony to Blue. He's yet to score. Picks up his dribble. Hands to Anthony. Marion with all 5 timeouts still. Dribble handoff. Marion working in around the perimeter. Under 2 minutes to go here in the third. Still no shot clock. That's 2 years away. Anthony drives in a good possession just as they would script it up. They took time off the clock and got a layup. Reese Anthony's coming alive. He's got 5. We'll name a Hub Recreation Center player of the game in our postgame. Bratton dribbles it to the corner. Rejects the screen. Up over 2 defenders, doesn't go. Second effort, Jackson doesn't go. Marion the other way. Tied with their biggest lead, which is 9. Rogowski to try to make it double figures, and he does. A huge 3 for Rogo. 21 in the game. Marion's lead is now 12. 47-35, a minute 10 to go in the third. Meyer to stop the run, doesn't go. Rebound Cole. Marion with the ball, a minute to go, a chance to hold it if they want. Rogowski's feeling it. He thought about the 3, shot fake, thought better of it. Now they set up the offense, a chance to get the final possession if they want. Cole to Anthony. Dribbles it out to the volleyball line. Marion's doing all this with Curry and Simmons on the bench in foul trouble. And Simmons is having an off game as he's set with fouls most of this game. This has been the guy, Rogowski, and he's feeling it. Rogowski's on a heater. He's got 10 in the quarter, 24 for the game. 15-point Marion lead. And the foul the other way is the only way Centralia can stop the momentum as Marion is outscored the Orphans 23-9 this quarter. Kenny Bratton will be at the line with a chance to stop the bleeding, as I don't think anyone expected this third quarter out of Marion. The way the first half went, the way the first meeting went. So Guai is back in. It's good to see him come back in after he hit his head. He talked to the trainers. They said he was cleared, and so he's back in. And his absence was definitely felt as Marion has gone on this run without Archie in the game. Bratton makes them both. 4 free throws for Bratton this quarter. Centralia has only had 3 field goals in the quarter. Centralia now sends a press, and Gillespie immediately recognizes it and calls timeout. Here's a look at some of those recent highlights courtesy of Aaron Price on our FCA replay cam. It was the K and Rogowski corner 3 moments ago that put Marion up 15. Kenny Bratton hit a pair of free throws to make it 13, and that's where we stand now as Marion called a 30-second timeout to talk about this Centralia pressure, which I'm sure we'll see a lot down the stretch as Centralia has to dig themselves out of this double-digit lead that Marion has built here in the third quarter. After the free throws, it's now been a 23-11 Marion run in this quarter. We thought Centralia might have the momentum after Collins hit the 3 at the first half horn from half court, but Marion with quite the response out of the halftime break as they lead 50-37 and have the ball with 25 seconds to go before the third quarter horn. Anthony walks it up. He's joined by Roper, Rogowski, Blue, and Cole on the court. You would think Marion's holding for one here. And Cole just threw it away, an unforced error. Miscommunication there. I'm not sure what the issue was as Cole threw it in the first row. And now a chance for Centralia to try to get within 11 or 10. Heading into the fourth quarter, it'll be Marion ball to start the fourth. 5 seconds. Hancock with it. Guarded by Anthony. Tipped by Cole. Comes to goal wide. Air ball, and Marion leads by 13 heading into the fourth. 50-37 after 3 quarters. Marion with a huge run in the third quarter to take control. Let's see if they can hold on and pick up this huge South 7 win tonight. Don't go anywhere. This is the Marion Stars Wildcat Game Day.
Black Diamond Harley Davidson presents Why I Ride.
Hi, I'm Les Ingram, and this is Why I Ride. I taught special education for 28 years. I haven't drank in 34 years. I needed something to relieve the stress, and the bike does it wonderfully. I've been riding 34 years. I currently have, through the Harley Owners Group, Ride 365, I have 649,607 miles. As a matter of fact, I don't want to go anywhere unless I'm traveling on the Harley.
3 hospitals, 1 shared vision. Welcome to a new era of care as we introduce Deaconess Illinois Crossroads, dedicated to elevating healthcare for Southern Illinois. From Heartland Regional to now Deaconess Illinois Medical Center, driven to provide you with the highest quality care every single day. And Union County Hospital is now proudly Deaconess Illinois Union County. All combine innovation with compassion, where your health is our #1 priority. Join us as we redefine healthcare together.
Go Wildcats.
We're getting ready for the start of the fourth quarter alongside Ross Swinford on the controls to my right. I'm Riley Swinford. On behalf of the Swinford Media Group, this is our Wildcat Game Day production of live Marion High School basketball. And this game figured to be one of the best in the state tonight in Class 3A, if not across all classes. But Marion just used a huge 23-11 run in the third quarter to open up a 13-point lead. And they have the ball to start the fourth and can take all the time they want and make Centralia play from behind if they don't have the ball. Simmons triggers a 3, and Coach Gillespie might not want that shot, but if it goes, he'll take it. And the lead is now the biggest it's been, 16. Simmons only has 3 shots tonight. 3 makes, I should say, tonight, and they've all been made threes. And that is why Simmons has had only 3 made field goals tonight. He cannot stay out of foul trouble. He just picked up his 4th foul, and now a decision for the Marion coaching staff on what they want to do with him. Guwai at the line. He makes his first. He is now 3 for 3 in the game. He's up to 8 points. He was scoreless in the third. He missed a large portion of this game after hitting his head. Large portion of the third quarter, I should say, after hitting his head hard and having to talk to the trainer, but he's back and makes a pair there, and it's a 14-point game, 53-39. Centralia sends a trap. Marion beats it to perfection, and Simmons nearly had a dunk the other way. Collins blocked it, but they say it was a foul. Collins met him in the air as Simmons tried to dunk it and put it on his head. The Centralia staff thought it was all ball. I cannot tell from up here. And Simmons will shoot his first 2 free throws of the game with 7:16 to go here in the fourth. If Simmons would have got that down in front of the Maniacs, this place would have gone wild. Simmons crosses double digits. He now has 10. 3 threes and a free throw. Rogowski, the lone other Wildcat, in double figures with 24. Simmons up to 11 after making both, and this is now tied for Marion's biggest lead, 16, 55-39 on our Watermark Auto Group scoreboard. Marion still bringing the pressure. They have given Centralia fits defensively in this game. Another Centralia turnover leads to a Cole run out. Lead is now 18. Meyer stops the run with a 3, and Coach Bennett's going to use a timeout. Marion sending a statement up 15 over the Orphans, who came in riding an 18-game winning streak. The winning streak is on the line with 6:45 to go. We'll have the finish when we come back. This is the Marion Stars Wildcat Game Day.
It's the Mattress Mania sale going on now at Anderson's family of stores. For 1 week only, all bedding is on sale. Plus, get same-day delivery on most mattresses, a 90-day sleep guarantee, and up to 5 years interest-free financing. So you can rest assured you have the perfect mattress no matter what. From the Mattress Mania sale, going on now at Anderson's family of stores.
Anderson's Furniture and Mattress, home of the savings giant.
15-point game, 57-42 as we play with 6:45 to go in the fourth. A big reason Marion has built this lead. They have won the turnover battle 11-4. Centralia trying to change that as they put on a press, but Marion beats it with ease. And they get across the timeline now, set the offense. No reason to be in a hurry, up 15 with the ball at home. Kyan Cole works on Meyer, gets rid of it, over to Anthony. We're yet to see Race Hickey in this half. Marion has gone small, and it has paid off. Cole all the way to the rim, untouched for two. 4 straight for Kyan Cole, and the lead is 17. The biggest was 18. Collins within the high post, guarded by Blue. Collins can't get it to go, rebound Blue. Big rebound there for the sophomore. He'll play a big role in next year's team after this senior class graduates, but still playing a role here tonight as just a sophomore. Cole, guarded by Guai, gives it up to Anthony. He drives towards the rim, and a foul. They get Meyer on the foul, and Anthony will go to the line for a pair.
Centralia foul on number 12, Devin Meyer, his second, team second. At the line, shooting 2 for the Wildcats.
Anthony is 1 for 1 at the line tonight. Misses the first. Marion has built this big lead despite not shooting the best at the foul line tonight. Anthony missed them both. Marion now 50%, 5 for 10 at the line in the game. 17-point Marion lead. Under 6 minutes to go. Centralia is going to have to start scoring in a hurry and getting stops on the other end. They're running out of time. Centralia traditionally is a very methodical, slow-paced team. We'll see if they have the kind of offensive firepower to pick up the pace here. Stolen by Marion. Another Centralia turnover. Anthony with the run out. Blocked by Breton, but Rogowski's there to finish it. Rogowski has gotten several offensive putbacks tonight, and the lead is now 19. Another steal, another turnover. 13 now for the Orphans in the game. Run out the other way. Blue gets loose for 2. Big minutes from Blake Blue down the stretch. The lead is 21. Bratton trying to stop the run. Nice move for the freshman Bratton. He's been a bright spot for the Orphans tonight. 19-point game, timeout Gillespie. 30-second timeout. Marion wants to talk it over with 4:36 on the clock.
It's a place to work hard, to learn, and to grow. It's a place to relieve stress and unwind. It's a place to have fun and enjoy time together. It's a place to be in your own space, to work out alongside friends, or to be part of a bigger community.
The Hub is the place where you belong.
Visit thehubmarion.com for more info.
The Wildcats can sense it. They have the ball. Up by 19, 4.5 minutes to go out of the timeout. Cole drives, wild shot no good, rebound Blue, and he's held underneath. Another big play by Blake Blue, who only has 2 points in the scorebook, but he has made his presence known with how he has defended and rebound. And Blake Blue's putting a bid in for the Hub Recreation Center player of the game. Cole with it in the right corner. Lost it. It'll stay Marion basketball. Last touch by Centralia. Curry will come back in. He's playing with 4 fouls. He'll give Kyan Cole a blow. Kyan Cole has been huge defensively. And he is up to 13 points, but he'll take a seat. Curry, who has 6, draws a foul. And Centralia is going to have to start sending Marion to the line to try to get the ball back if they can't get a quick turnover. Marion's going to need to make their free throws down the stretch. Rogowski to inbound. Inbounds it to Blue. Cutting Rogowski. Thought about the dunk. He's blocked. Comes the other way. In transition, Guai is bumped. The Orphans trying to hang around, and I believe that is Curry's 5th. So his night is through. So Marion's got to get a sub in for Curry. And they're taking their time with the substitution timer to try to stall Centralia's free throw shooter here. Nice round of applause for Curry as he takes the seat. His night finishes with 6 points in the varsity start here tonight as Marion went with the smaller lineup. Guai hits them both. Makes it a 16-point game. They go back to the press. Marion has not had trouble with it. Instead, Cole flips it up and in as he came back in and promptly made his presence known. He's got 6 in the quarter, 9 in the half, 15 in the game. 18-point Marion lead. Jackson Hancock, floater goes. He only has 3 points. His first field goal of the game. He had a free throw before that, and it's back to 16. 3:36 to go. Marion beats the press again. Ahead to Blue. Skips it, threw it away. Rare turnover for Marion. They only have 5 tonight. Ahead the other way, and a charge. Kyan Cole took a charge. Gowoi ran over Kyan Cole, who took the charge. And the officials have to sort it out here, as I think one official might have signaled block, one official signaled charge. And we might have a blarge. So I think we have a double foul. So a charge on one end, a block on the other end, and then they go to the possession arrow. So it is both a charge and a block, and neither fan base is going to be happy with that call. So the ruling is double foul. They're still sorting this out, but it'll be a double foul, and then you go to the possession arrow, which currently favors Centralia. So it's the third foul on both Gowai and Cole since we had the Blarge. And then on the ensuing inbound, a foul on Rogowski. So that's now 2 on Rogo. So Myers at the line for 2, and he hits the first. That puts Roper back in the game for Blue. Simmons, Roper, Rogowski, Anthony, and Cole in for Marion. Meyer up to 10 in the game, and now a technical. And that goes against Simmons. His night's through. That's now 5 on Simmons. So all of a sudden it's a 14-point game, and Centralia will have 2 free throws at the line and the ball, so this might get interesting. Devin Meyer misses the first. He had just made a pair, so Bennett went with him to shoot the free throws. And Meyer makes 1 of 2. 13-point game, so Simmons will have to sit. So Curry and Curry and Simmons have both fouled out. Blue back in the game for Simmons. And it's a 13-point game suddenly. A chance to make it 10, and it goes. Timeout Centralia, and all of a sudden the Orphans have cut it to 10. Don't go anywhere. This might get interesting. Marion once led by 21. Centralia pulls it back within 10, 65-55. We've got the final 3.5 minutes for you when we come back. Don't go anywhere.
At Legence Bank, we make it easy to achieve your financial goals. Working with small businesses, farmers, and individuals, we strive to be your partner in convenient, local, and personalized banking solutions. From investing in your priorities to helping our community grow, we're committed to making a difference at Legence Bank.
I always know I can count on the people at Legence to answer my questions and connect me to the services I need.
We have you covered with a range of fraud prevention tools to keep your accounts safe and secure. With real-time debit card alerts, advanced encryption, and card controls, you can stay one step ahead of fraud with these security features.
Legence Bank supports you on and off the field. Go Wildcats!
Out of the Centralia timeout, Marion holding a 10-point lead, trying to finish what had been a dominating half until Centralia came back with the help of some officiating to make it a 10-point game. We had a double foul Blarge and a technical, and Centralia capitalized. Cole cut off to Blue, and he's bumped inside, and Blake Blue has been huge down the stretch for Marion, and he'll have a chance for 2 attempts at the line to stop the Centralia momentum. .247 to go as Blake Blue lines up for a pair, missed the first. Centralia has outscored Marion 18-15 so far in the fourth. Blue momentarily at least stops the bleeding after Centralia's big run after they had been down 21. Got as close as 10, but now it's back to 11. Guai drives. Anthony with the rebound. Lost it, scramble for it, picked up by Centralia. Meyer with it out near half court. Ahead to Guai. Slashing to the basket. And they call a kick. Centralia will retain possession and they will inbound with 2:24 to go. A wild sequence there. Neither team could hold on to the basketball there for a moment. Marion now up to 6 turnovers in the game. Centralia has 13. Nice backdoor play, gets a flex cut screen for Collins, and he scores and draws the foul. Collins' first basket of the quarter. Foul goes on Blue, his first. And all of a sudden, don't look up, it's a 9-point game and a chance to make it 8. And this Marion sideline over here where we're broadcasting has an uncomfortable feeling with the Marion fans. But Collins missed the free throw. Centralia gets the rebound. Missed opportunity, can't get it to go. Fight for the loose ball, tie up, and a foul. The foul goes against Marion. And Centralia's in the bonus. Missed free throw from Collins. Second effort by Centralia doesn't go. What looked like a tied up is called a foul, and that will put Guwai, who hasn't missed a free throw tonight, at the line for 2, as Centralia is now in the bonus. But right on cue, the announcer's jinx, he missed it. The old announcer's jinx. Jackson in for Collins as Centralia goes small. Missed free throws here down the stretch for the Orphans might come back to prove costly. He splits a pair there. 8-point game. Anthony with it the other way. Cole thought about the 3, thought better of it, and they pull it out. Approaching the 2-minute mark here on the Watermark scoreboard. Rogowski, who's had the hot hand tonight, but has just 2 this quarter. Missed the layup. Scramble for the loose ball. Lots of bodies hitting the deck. And transition the other way. Centralia nearly threw it away. Comes to Hancock. Guwai from the volleyball line. Front of the rim, no good. Bratton, offensive board to Hancock. Marion sends the trap. He gets out of it. Minute 35. Open 3. Meyer, no good. Scramble for it. Comes to Blake Blue, and he's fouled. Centralia with a couple clean looks there, but they couldn't capitalize. And Blake Blue, who has had one of his better varsity games tonight, with a chance to potentially seal this Marion win. As I said in the opener, the next time these two teams play would be on this court for a sectional championship, if both teams can take care of business in the postseason. Big free throw there for the sophomore. Blue up to 4 points. 9-point Marion lead. Blue, deep breath. Number 32 in white. Dribbles it 3 times. Free throw short. He's now 2 of 4 at the line in the game. 9-point Marion lead. Hancock kicks out. Meyer drives the lane. Draws the foul. Marion's bench can't believe it. Neither can the Marion Maniacs, who Marion's administration are trying their best to contain under the Marion basket. And Meyer, who has had a big quarter, he has 9 in the quarter, make it 10. With a chance to make it a 7-point game. Minute 20 to go. Marion with 3 timeouts. Centralia also with 3 timeouts. This next minute 20 might take a little bit of time. Meyer hits them both. He's up to 15 in the game. Roper to inbound. Comes to Rogowski. Double team to Roper, who just checked in. Wild pass to Blue, who threw it away. Bratton with it the other way. Centralia down 7, and Bratton will go to the line. He was fouled in transition. And a chance to make it a 5-point game with a minute 07. This is going to get interesting. Foul goes on Anthony, just his first, so no worries there as Bratton, who hit 4 of 4 free throws in the third, steps to the line. Number 30 in red, the freshman. Standout wide receiver on the football field. Too strong. Marion Maniacs coming alive. Marion's bench with Simmons and Curry, who can only watch as they both fouled out, encouraging people to get on their feet. Bratton missed them both. Rebound Rogowski. Ahead to Blue in transition. Timeout Gillespie. Coach Bennett wanted to walk. And with a minute 01 to go, Marion has the ball, a 7-point lead, and trying to hand Centralia their first loss since December. It'll be a full timeout. We'll be back in 60 seconds.
My part-time service in the Army National Guard gives me a lot of opportunities. I have the ability to serve close to home, wherever that may be in the volunteer state. It also provides tuition benefits, making it possible to get the education I've always wanted. And since my service is part-time, I can pursue my dream job in the career field I choose. With part-time service in the Army National Guard, I really can have it all.
Visit NationalGuard.com to find out more.
Do you feel like your business is sinking in accounting and payroll work? Are business taxes and confusing technology dragging you down? Call the experts at Kemper CPA Group. We'll answer your questions and give you the tools to keep your business afloat.
We didn't expect this to be a blowout, did we? 7-point game, a minute 01 to go. Marion once led by 21, but Centralia has not gone away. They have made it interesting here in the fourth. They're trying to foul. Marion just got to take care of the ball and hit their free throws. They don't want to foul Rogowski. They might not have a choice. And they do get Centralia for the foul. And the guy Marion wants at the line, the senior Rogowski, who has not shot a free throw yet in this game, will step up for a pair and a chance to potentially seal this huge South 7 Conference win and give Marion their 20th win of the season. Free throw no good. Marion has not shot free throws well tonight. 48.7 on the clock. Marion with 2 timeouts. Centralia has 3. Second free throw for Rogo goes. He's up to 27 in the game. 8-point Marion lead. Centralia running out of time. Nearly turned it over. Marion doesn't need to foul. Hancock, floater, second effort, no good. Big rebound, Blake Blue, and he'll go to the line with a chance to put this game away. Blake Blue has been huge down the stretch for Marion. And Collins has now fouled out. So Centralia's best player's night is done. He's now the 3rd player in this game to foul out. Simmons and Curry already fouled out for Marion. And Collins can only watch as Centralia's 18-game winning streak is in jeopardy. These guys last lost on December 17th. Blues free throw good. All 5 of his points have came in the 4th quarter. But no better time for the sophomore Blake Blue, who also did a good job guarding Collins tonight on the other end. Makes them both. 6 for Blue. 10-point Marion lead. Guai, no good. Meyer with the rebound, lost it, stolen by Roper. And he's going to be fouled, and he's got a chance to ice it. The way Marion's used their personnel tonight has been perfect. And other guys have stepped up with Curry and Simmons in foul trouble. Roper, Blue, and for limited minutes, Hickey have given Marion a huge lift off the bench. Roper can't hit the free throw. And I don't think Coach Gillespie will want me to tally up the free throw percentage after this game, especially at home, especially shooting into their own maniacs. 18.2 on the clock. Roper missed them both. Centralia's got to hurry. Meyer, 3, no. Gets his own rebound, no. Tip Hancock, no. Jackson left it short. Scramble for it, Rogowski gets it. Centralia won't foul, and it's a 70-60 Marion win. Marion snaps Centralia's 18-game winning streak. The Wildcats get to 20 wins, and Marion, who has a chance to still force a tie in the South 7 Conference if they could beat Mount Vernon a week from tonight here at Wilson Gym, bounces back from their double overtime loss on Tuesday to shock the Orphans 70-60 the final. Big contributions up and down the Marion roster tonight. We'll be back to recap it with our Deaconess Illinois Medical Center postgame show. The Maniacs are ready to celebrate. The Wildcats with their biggest win of the season. They avenged the earlier season loss to the Orphans. So many storylines tonight, but most importantly, here's the one that matters. Marion 70, Centralia 60. The Wildcats improved to 20-5, 5-2 in the South 7. Centralia falls to 24-4, 5-2 in the league, and Marion controls its own fate. If they can knock off Mount Vernon, they will force a three-way split for the South 7 next Friday night at Jam the Gym. Oh, what a game that will be. We'll have that one for you next week, but let's not turn the page quite yet. We're going to recap this big win over the Orphans when we come back with our Deaconess Illinois Medical Center postgame show. I'll name our Hub Recreation Center player of the game. We'll have our Black Diamond Harley Davidson thrilling moment of the game. And we'll go inside the numbers, brought to you by Kemper CPA Group LLP. What a win this was for the Wildcats. We'll be back to celebrate right after this.
Want to know one of the best ways to show your Saluki pride? I'm Luke Martin, voice of the SIU Salukis and proud owner of a Banterra Saluki Visa debit card. Being able to use a Saluki branded debit card with no fees at more than 55,000 ATMs and special Saluki offers is a perk. Knowing that my transactions go towards supporting SIU is a win. Plus, Banterra is the bank that you want as a partner. Stop by a Banterra branch for details. Banterra is a proud supporter of regional athletics. Member FDIC.
Contact Kenya Garner for an auto quote today.
Hi, I'm Dr. Marty Blue. I'm a chiropractor in Marion, Illinois now, and I do dry needling and Graston technique, a lot of sports med. I just want people to be able to feel comfortable, call me, make an appointment, just love to talk to people, whatever they need. A lot of times people just say, hey, is this a chiropractic thing? And you know, most of the time it is, and if not, I'll show you where you need to go next. You know, I make it very personalized. There's no canned chiropractic. It just, whatever you need, we'll talk about it. So just give me a call.
Since 1999, Clark Natural Stone is a family-owned business that strives to not only offer you the best selection of rock and mulch in the country, but also provide you with the best service. Clark Natural Stone Slinger Truck is a great option when you need rock, sand, or gravel placed in an area not easily accessible to a conventional dump bed. To schedule your delivery or to ask any questions, call 618-997-3889 or visit our website, clarknaturalstone.com.
Welcome to Wit Wisdom, located at 202 North Market in downtown Marion, Illinois. We're open Tuesday through Saturday, 10 to 5. Stop in and check out our spirit wear, custom tees, embroidery services, and more, all in a historical boutique setting. Check us out anytime online at www.witandwisdomstore.com.
Hi, I'm Tyler Young with the Print Shop here in Marion. We're on the square. We just got done doing some perforated vinyl here at Swinford Publications. So this is the vinyl that you can see out, but people can't see in, and it gives a nice little look and feel to a number of different kinds of businesses. So come see us at the Print Shop. We're at 1112 North Carbon, next to AutoZone behind Hardee's.
Hey, this is Michael Anderson, owner of Anderson Boys Trash Service. We are locally owned and operated. We are reliable and affordable. Weekly trash service. I look forward to hearing from you soon. I appreciate you, and my family appreciate the business. 618-925-1215, or you can check us out on Facebook at Anderson Boys Trash Service.
This is one Marion fans will talk about for a while as they upset the Centralia Orphans 70-60 here at Wilson Gym on Valentine's Day. The Wildcats got as big of a lead as 21 in the fourth quarter before Centralia cut it to close as 7, but the Wildcats hold on and get the huge 10-point South 7 Conference win to improve to 20-5. 5-2 in the league. Centralia falls for the first time since December 17th. Their 18-game winning streak is over. They're now 24-4, 5-2 in the league. And if Marion can knock off Mount Vernon next Friday night, we will have a three-way tie atop the South 7 Conference standings, where Centralia, Mount Vernon, and Marion will have all split their games with one another. And that will come down to some sort of tiebreaker that I'm too tired to try to figure out at the moment. So anyways, let's recap this one before we turn the page to next Friday night. Let's go inside the numbers, brought to you by Kemper CPA Group LLP. Caden Rogowski continued his strong play the night he was presented with his 1,000-point ball for recently crossing the 1,000-point milestone in his high school career. He continued to pour it on. He had 27 tonight. He had 14 at the half, 13 in the second half. He only had 3 in the fourth quarter, but it didn't matter. Kyan Cole had 15, and Ethan Simmons in limited minutes before he fouled out had 11. Those were the only 3 in double figures. Curry had 6 before he also fouled out. Blake Blue had a huge 6-point fourth quarter. He really stepped up down the stretch. Ray Hickey did not score in limited minutes, and neither did Callahan. Reese Anthony had 5. So it was 15 for Cole, 6 for Curry, Anthony for 5, 11 for Simmons, Rogowski for 27, and 6 for Blue for Marion, which had 70 points. It was 16-16 after 1, 27-26 Marion after 2. The Wildcats stormed out of halftime and outscored the Orphans 23-11 with a third quarter run. The lead got as much as 21 in the fourth quarter before Centralia outscored Marion 23-20 narrowly in the fourth quarter to try to make it a game. There were some interesting foul calls, some interesting plays down the stretch, but Marion withstood all the adversity and upset the Orphans tonight. Centralia had 4 players in double figures. They only had 5 score. Meyer and Collins led with 16 each. Guai had 14, Bratton had 12, and Hancock had 3. Jackson was the only other one to see minutes. Only a 6-man rotation for Coach Bennett, and Jackson did not score. So it's now time to name our Hub Recreation Center player of the game. And we're sticking with the recent theme. It's Caden Rogowski, Mr. 1,000 Point Club, with a huge 27-point outing in the last regular season meeting, at least, in his high school career against Centralia. He finishes with a win. He was excited as that horn went off, raised his hands up in the air. The first time these two teams met, he had 22, but they needed him to step it up tonight as Simmons was held in check in limited minutes. Kyan Cole continued his strong play with 15 as well, but it's Mr. Caden Rogowski, our Hub Recreation Center player of the game. I also want to give a special mention to Blake Blue, who had 6 points down the stretch. Very well, easily could have been our player of the game as well. But Rogo, once again, our player of the game. Look for a post from the Hub early next week congratulating him on that honor at the end of the season when all the players have been named, players of the game have been named. He will be presented with a special gift package courtesy of the Hub Recreation Center, which this year is celebrating 10 years on Main Street in Marion. 10 years of operation, a decade for the Hub. So congratulations to Caden Rogowski on another Hub Recreation Center Player of the Game award as his high school basketball career winds down. So the only other time these two teams would play is if they meet up again here at the Marion Sectional for a trip to the Super Sectional on the line. That would be March 7th at 7 p.m. here at Wilson Gym. The Carbondale Regional winner will play the Waterloo Regional winner in the sectional semis. The Effingham Regional, which is where Centralia goes, will play the Highland Regional winner, which has Jerseyville, Highland, of course, East St. Louis, and Bethalto Civic Memorial. Those would play in the other sectional semifinal, and then a sectional championship game on their home court, which is where Marion wants to get to. But first is Mount Vernon on Jam the Gym night next Friday night, and then they will have to potentially play the Rams for the third time in 2 weeks in a potential Carbondale Regional Championship showdown before they can get to the sectional championship on their home court, which you know they want, and so do the Orphans to have a chance at a rematch. But plenty of basketball to be played between now and then. We can't get too far ahead of ourselves. Before we sign off tonight and officially turn the page to next week's Jam the Gym, we have one other order of business, and that is naming our Thrillville Thrilling Moment of the Game, brought to you by the Black Diamond family of businesses. Check out next week's Marion Star newspaper for more images on the Oasis development at the former Illinois Star Center Mall. We'll have a full report on the progress and the timeline for that in next week's Marion Star newspaper. Here is our thrilling moment of the game, and sticking with the theme of tonight, it was the Caden Rogowski show once again. He had a couple big threes in the second half. He was feeling it in the third quarter. He had 2 threes in the third, 4 in the game, and that one there was our thrilling moment of the game. Special thanks to Ross Swinford for all of his hard work on the controls. Thanks to Abby Collin for her help tonight as well. Bill Swinford out tonight. I'm Riley Swinford. We'll be back next Friday night. Ross and I will be when the Mount Vernon Rams come to town. Marion trying to avenge that double overtime loss this past Tuesday night with the Rams here at Wilson Gym in a rescheduled game from their previous matchup here at home, which was part of that snow and ice we got back in January. Thank you for everyone who watched. Thank you for our sponsors who make these possible. Until the regular season finale next Friday night with the Mount Vernon Rams. Signing off from Wilson Gym. This has been another Marion Star Wildcat Gameday live production of Marion High School Athletics, brought to you by Watermark Auto Group, Johnny Logan College, the Illinois National Guard, and our other fine sponsors.
Presented by Swinford Media Group. Get ready for an electrifying Wildcat Game Day. Powered by our incredible sponsors. Watermark Auto Group. John A. Logan College. Black Diamond Harley Davidson. Moreland-Bishop McDonalds. Deaconess, Illinois Medical Center. Anderson's Furniture and Mattress. Chick-Fil-A of Marion. The Hub Recreation Center. Legence Bank. Kemper CPA Group. Banterra Bank. The Illinois Army National Guard. The Bank of Herrin. SIU Credit Union. State Farm Kenya Garner. SouthernTrust Bank. Wellness Unlimited. First Southern Bank. Clark Natural Stone LLC. Wit Wisdom. The Print Shop at Pieces of Learning. Anderson Boys Trash Service. Fellowship of Christian Athletes. Marion Plumbing LLC. Urology Institute.